Hey guys, this is Xavier with Gotta Be Mobile, and this is the iPhone 6, and I'm going to show you how to do a couple of neat things with the camera app. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the slow motion mode. Now, slow motion is just like what you might see when you're watching a football game or a baseball game and you want to slow stuff down. We first saw it on the iPhone 5S, and you could slow things down by about 4 times. With the iPhone 6, you can actually slow things down much more. You can slow things down by 8 times. That's because the camera can record in up to 240 frames per second. That's right up here. And this is useful if you're trying to capture a dramatic moment or just trying to get a little bit more creative with your video shoots. So in this instance, I'm going to zoom this toy car past the camera and shoot at 240 frames per second. Now, there wasn't a lot to see there. If you shot this in real time and played it back in real time, it'd just be a quick glimpse at a vehicle going by. But if we play it back, with slow motion, it's pretty dramatic. Now, a couple of things about slow motion is you want to experiment and you want to edit. In this case, you got a really quick couple second of intro at full speed. Then it goes to slow-mo for quite a while, and then you get the outro at full speed. What you want to do is adjust these little black bars to where the action is and end it just before the object goes out of the frame. And then the other thing that you want to do is you don't want a bunch of blank space at the end of your video. So you can trim this down and you'll get a really nice video to share. There's too much of an intro of blank white space, and going to adjust that and hit trim. You get 2 options. Now if you're 100% sure that you want to trim the original and discard it, you press trim original. If you think you might want to re-edit it in the future, go ahead and hit save as new clip, which we just did, and we can go ahead and see the results. So that's an okay cut, but I'd really like to get the car going full speed, at least for a split second, before I get the slow motion. So as you can see, there's frames up on top that match up with what's on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and drag the slider to right about there. So we'll get the little car going into the screen fully before it slows down. I'm also going to trim it again. So we don't have a bunch of dead space before the car comes into the frame. I'm going to tap trim again. This time I'm going to say save as trim as original, since we already have the original copy, and let's see the results here. Okay, that's not what we were going for. Let's see what the issue is. There we go. So in this instance, we want to get a little bit more slow motion effect. The car is going too far across the screen. So all we need to do is adjust the slider there. Maybe just a little bit more. And there we go. So as you can see, the car comes into the frame at full speed, slows down really quick, and there's a nice little effect. Now, this video example I'm giving you is just a quick example of a car going across a photo setup. It's not very exciting, but you can get some really cool shots if you use slow-mo video when you're taking pictures of your kids or your animals or people singing happy birthday and blowing out the candles. You can get some really creative effects. I really encourage you to experiment with the iOS 8 camera, especially the video modes, which most people just go onto the video mode of the camera and hit record and that's it. Scroll over to time-lapse, scroll down over to slow-mo, play around. If that was too slow for you, you can hit 120 frames per second and it'll slow things down by 4 times, but the 240 frames per second is really cool, really slows action down, and is a fun way to shoot video. This is Xavier with Gotta Be Mobile, and this is the iPhone 6.